Welcome. You're listening to the I'm Wired to Inspire podcast, creatively engineered by Nicole, the inspiration specialist. I'm Wired to Inspire is a powerfully packed podcast filled with inspiration and encouragement to get you through your day. It's designed to inspire you to live your authentic purpose. Now, stay tuned for your host, Nicole, the inspiration specialist, on today's episode of I'm Wired to Inspire.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today on my podcast. And I am so happy to be here with you guys today. Yet again, another day God has blessed us to, just wake up and enjoy his new mercies and just to see what it is he has for us, because we know, guys, he has something for us every day. And it's always up to us to make sure we do what we need to do so that we can receive it from him. Today is not going to be a very long episode, but I thought about this word and I said, I got to tell this to everybody. This is on my spirit. I need to talk about it. And y'all, the word is stretch. Stretch. I want you to think about when you actually stretch in real life, right? When you know how it is, like when we yawn and then we pulling our arms and legs out and we just literally just pressing and extending our bodies. And you know that feeling, that immense feeling of satisfaction we feel once we go through that little uncomfortable stint of, just extending for a long period of time and then finally releasing. That's not always the best feeling in the world, but we know we have to do that in order for us to feel that satisfaction. It's just a part of the process, right? So when I was thinking about, stretching in that capacity, I started to ponder what it is like to spiritually stretch. And for some of you in this season, it is important that you learn how to spiritually stretch. And that is going to require you perhaps to extend yourself for an extended period of time before you can release and walk away and experience both the spiritual satisfaction and the spiritual blessing of putting yourself in an uncomfortable position for just a little while, so that everything that's held up, everything that needs a little push, everything that needs a little bit of an extension, it may need a little bit more of you. Okay. When you do that, you're going to see a result that you have yet to see. And that's what the stretching is about. I notice when I stretch, it's a process when I stretch, but man, I feel so much better. It's nothing like when you get a cramp and you stretch. How many of you all have spiritual cramps right now that you need stretched out? How many of you have experienced those times where you thought everything was going well? I'm reading my Bible, I'm all in the Word, I'm going to church, paying my tithes, and then boom, you get a cramp. You get something to pop up, and it makes you question your walk with Christ. It makes you question everything that's going on. And you're feeling like, I can't no more. Like, just like that. Like, y'all, something small will happen. We'll toss everything away. The baby, the bad water, the bad tub, everything. Not even understanding that sometimes it just requires a stretch. Sometimes it just requires you to hold on a little bit longer, pull and extend just a little bit further, and then you'll see God come in and you'll get the satisfaction and the desire that you've been seeking in the end. But so many times we don't even want to stretch. We'll just deal with the thing that's uncomfortable. And it's one thing to have long suffering, and it's one thing to have a burden to carry. But it's a completely different thing when you are cramping and God is giving you a solution to alleviate the pain of the cramp. Because here's the thing, it's all necessary. But how many of you hearing me right now know you need to stretch? And y'all, stretching is going to look different for everybody, because for some of you, you're like, what you talking about, girl? I already feel stretched. I got to do this. My day is full. Well, let me tell you something. If your day is so full that you don't have time for God and you don't have time to stretch for him, then perhaps you feeling stretched and you feeling like you're doing too much, perhaps you could be outside of the will of God on some of the things you're choosing to focus on. And I know that's not something you want to hear, but everything that's good is not necessarily great from God. It's not necessarily something that God is saying you should do. It's not necessarily something God is saying you should actually